Hello, hello, my bro Mike. How are you? Yeah, first year. Congrats, bro. Yes, sir. Time to kill the markets. Let's do it. Should be a green day today, and then we're gonna have a very volatile week. So, yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. We have 6 people here. How are you guys? You good? Let's bring that energy here. Let's go. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Very good week ahead of us. Forex. No news today. Pretty clean day. Should be a very fun day, guys, today. A very fun day. Arturo Gonzalez, everything fine. Nice, my bro. That's what I like to hear. Hello, my bro. Uber, iPhone. I don't know who it is, but yeah, guys, if when you join like the Zoom, please change your names to the Insta names or Discord names, please. It's easier for us to like control the persons, okay? Yeah, bro, you better. Hope you're good too. Let's kill it today. Very clean day, very clean day. No news to interfere on the analysis, so should be a very like technical day. What is good for us, you know? Good afternoon, hello, William. How are you, my bro? Good afternoon. Good afternoon, good afternoon. I'm gonna post the link here on the Discord. Give me a second, guys. Just gonna post the link here on the Discord. Let's go, let's go, let's go. How are you, bro? I'm good, my bro. And you? You good, bro? W. That's what we like to see. Very nice day, good weather. Good trading setups should be coming. Should be a nice day. Where's the A? The A is getting his fuel. He's caffeine shots. Getting his caffeine, his coffee of the day. Let's wait a little bit. Like we just start to see the markets around 1:30. You guys know why? Because the sharpness of the NY session. So yeah, we'll kind of wait a little bit, and yeah, we like to do this kind of ritual, you know, that's talking a little bit, like warming up, you know, see the markets, talk a little bit, like it's nice to like not train the brain, but activate the brain a little bit, you know. Very nice for that. Yeah, William, I just tell you, hey, it's getting the coffee. Personally, I don't like to drink the coffee like now. I like to drink the coffee like 1 hour before the session. Because I don't know, I just like it. Everyone liked the video. Yeah, guys, everyone like to stream or no trades today. Mike is learning. Mike is learning. Mike is learning the skills. Yeah, guys, we always give out one trade, you know. But the second one, we just need to hit the like button and smash the target for the day, you know. For sure, bro. But yeah, Mike, we just start like 2 months ago, you know, and yeah, that's normal. We are growing day by day. So just a question of time, you know. We just need your help, you know, to grow the channel, because the likes are very important for us, because as much likes as we have, as much the stream go up, you know. So if you guys want to help us, just give a like. It's like 1-2 seconds, doesn't cost nothing. Yeah, and you help us a lot. Good afternoon, my bro Jay. How are you? Hello, Moss. How are you, bro?
How's it, bro?
Ready to kill the markets today?
Always, always.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Hey guys, good evening. Hello, my bro Khalid. Here is good afternoon, but yeah, good evening for you. All good, all good. Great day for you too. For us, great day for us, for sure. At 15, just have the morning team. Everyone is there. Jay, William, Mike, Khalid, everyone is there. So guys that people that are like joining us every day, did you start to learn something? How's your journey here with us? Like, give me some feedback. It's always nice.
Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon. How is everyone doing? Hello.
Hello, bro. How are you?
I can hear you now. All good. How about you, my brother?
Yeah, all good, all good.
All good. Looking fresh, man. Looking fresh.
Yes,
Had your
sir.
cold shower?
Yeah. Always, bro. Not really cold, you know, but a dive on the pool, you know.
Nice. Yeah. What's happening, Moss? What's happening, Ube? What's happening, Mike? Gonzalez, William, XO4. Who else do we have? Mike and Khalid, Jay. Hope everyone is doing well, guys. Good afternoon. Should be our clean day ahead of us. And there should be some sort of volatility effect in the markets as well. Look at the monthly, it's sort of giving you that wick fill scenario, right? But I think they've given you that upper wick now, going based off the previous candle. Yeah, look at this. Should be a fun day ahead of us, because I think I can really see these short positions setting up today, for sure. Okay, 83.34. And then to the downside, we've got this area here, which being our 92 level. Nuno, did we post on the Discord as well?
Yeah, bro.
Okay, perfect. Post it everywhere, right?
Yeah.
Okay, lovely. We've got another 12 minutes left now before we start looking for some sort of trades. Look at this level getting retested to the T. So we always had this in the back of our mind, right? That they would bring the price back up just to give you that sort of retest of the 50% area on the monthly. And now that they've done that, that's a major confluence in my opinion. So if we can see our scenario setting up from up here, our sell setup, obviously, I think it will be a very, very decent trade that we can start looking for. And then again, this trade will be something to the downside, right? Because look at this level here now. It's being retested to the T, and you guys can see my fib is super precise, and this is amazing, honestly. So I remember previously the monthly upper wick was just around here, around 36 or 35. It wasn't actually giving you a retest of the 38 level, which we were anticipating anyway, right? So what they've done now is they have given you the retest of the upper wick area, which again, guess what it does? It forms sustainable price action in the markets now, right? So if we have sustainable price action in the markets, this is where, if we look at the daily at this point, right? Look at the daily action. Let me just mark out this level first. So now if we can align this key level here with maybe our intraday confirmation, so if we can get a daily candle here starting to reject and trading below the 50% mark, we can see a very nice sell position setting up. We really can. Either that, or again, we will have the opportunity coming out with a new 4H as well, which should be approaching us in the next 42 minutes or 41 minutes. So I think the best thing that we can really start looking for now is the sell setups. Or another thing that we can start looking for is a pullback and a retest of the highs once again for the second time. But my issue with the retest scenario is the daily range, because look at the lows on the daily. I don't think these are sustainable whatsoever, right? So what they have done now is they've generated a lot of liquidity above these levels here. So if they have liquidity in the markets, and again, applying our concept of grabbing the cheapest price possible, if they have liquidity in the markets and they have also grabbed the cheapest price possible, this is where we need this intraday to essentially start rejecting, right? So if we can get a daily candle here now, forming as a rejection candle, you guys need to understand this candle here is still open. It hasn't given you any sort of a closure. So this candle can close as a rejection candle, this candle can close as a bullish candle, this can close as anything. It can close as a breather candle, right? So when we understand this, we can start thinking about the different scenarios which can play out during our session, right? So first of all, let's measure out how big the daily candle actually is. So the daily candle is about 140 pips. So it means that it has another 60 pips in the tank, right? It can move another 60 pips because at average gold moves about 200 pips, right? Hi guys, good evening. Hope you have a great day. What's happening, Khalid? Good evening, bro. Good evening. So again, we understand that the daily can move about 200 pips or on every single day, right? So at the moment, what's happening now is that the daily is giving you a very aggressive play to the top side. So within the daily range, we've got three things. We've got three ranges. We've got the highs, we've got the lows, and we've got the 50% area. So the 50% area being your 31.30. So as traders now, we need to play a game of probabilities, right? We are retesting the previous monthly 50% area, and the chances of us rejecting this area here are again very high. Why are the chances very high? Because look at your previous monthly candle. It closed as a engulfing bearish candle. Well, not really an engulfing bearish candle, but you guys can see the lows, the bottom wick. There wasn't a massive bottom wick, so it didn't close as a rejection candle. It actually closed as a really decent bearish candle, right? So in terms of like the monthly perspective, right, when we're doing our top-down analysis, we understand that the monthly time frame is still bearish until they give us some sort of a decent confirmation above at least this previous monthly 50% level, right? So now when we start to see a retest of this previous monthly 50% level and we see a huge rejection forming from up here, and let's say we see some sort of a closure below the 4H 50% level as well as the daily 50% level, in my opinion, that's a very decent trade setting up for us, and that's a decent clean sell position setting up, especially if the closure is a 30-minute candle, because 30-minute candles always give you decent stop losses, right? If you have a 30-minute candle giving you a confirmation, well, in our case today, we will be looking for a engulfing bearish closure on a 30-minute candle, right? If we have that confirmation now, guess what? We understand any stop losses above the 30-minute candle are protected. You know, there will be a very high chance that price will not give you a break above the 30-minute highs. Whereas if you start using the lower time frames as stop losses, then you know the probabilities start to stack up against you, and we need the probabilities to stack up in our favor. So again, look at the 4H at this point, right? Your 4H highs are all the way up here, and that's the 4H highs, and your 4H lows are all the way down here. Now we've got two 4H candles, remember this, right? We've got different scenarios here. Scenario number one will be 4H 50% retest, which is again in our playbook. And so what we are seeing now is we are seeing price retesting this 50% level. It's 1933.18. Let's mark this out, which is our previous 4H 50% level. Again, it's in our playbook. I will select it if you guys just give me a couple minutes. And then we've got another thing that we need to pay attention to is this 4H candle, which is our open 4H candle, 10 a.m. 4H candle, right? So the job of the 10 a.m. 4H candle is to either give us a rejection from here and guess what, cause a double top, or the job of this 4H candle is to give us a pullback, and then from the lows start rejecting, and then from there start pumping all the way back up. So look, within this 4H candle now, we also have a range that we need to pay attention to. We've got the highs, obviously we've got the lows, and we've got the 50% area, which is the 35.61 level. So as long as we are trading below the 35.61 level, the chances of us breaking past this area, which being the previous 4H 50% level, the chances are very high, right? So let's mark this out, 61, and let's also type here 4H 50% level. So this is your current 4H. So these are a couple ranges that we need to pay attention to, right? Again, major confluence from up there. Another major confluence being that the daily has given you a very aggressive play in the markets. Another confluence that I can see is that they have grabbed a lot of liquidity up here, right? So we've got three confluences that price can start selling off, right? So this is where we need the confirmations to start selling the markets. Let's say if I start to look for a position below this and place my SL up here, do I have enough room to the downside? That's what I'm looking for now. Let's say we have we take a position below this now, 5 pips below this. Okay, let's say that's your entry point, 32.39. You place the safest SO that you can place, which will be literally above here, above the highs of the previous candle. You will most definitely be able to make it risk-free, because you will have at least 15 pips plus below this, and this will give you an opportunity to make your positions risk-free. Because again, look at your intraday levels now. You've got the daily highs, you've got the daily lows, and you've got the daily 50%. So the chances of us rejecting the daily 50% are also very high. But again, we are anticipating markets to start selling off, because guess what? The previous monthly is quite bearish, right? So now the current monthly has gone up to a major level. When you retest a major level, you can expect a very nice rejection. So we can also see another thing. We can see that the markets are starting to form some sort of a bearish structure here. Look at this. We saw the rejection starting at 11, and then from there we saw gold giving us some sort of a support near the 34 area, and then from there we saw a correction, and guess what? The correction respected the structure highs, and then from there we saw another sell-off. So I think I will be a big fan of this sell position in the next 3 minutes. Okay, so break of this, SLs will go up here, and you want to make a risk-free as soon as the 50% area on the daily gets retested, because we are anticipating this 4H to give us a fake out. Again, understand the ranges, right? If we trade below the 4H 50% range, then the chances of us coming down to retest the lows of the previous 4H candle goes up, right? But we just have one area that we need to, you know, look out for, being the previous day, being the daily 50% area, right? So what we can do is we can start making a risk free as soon as we see a retest of the daily 50% area, and since we will have momentum on our side, we can just let the rest run. I can see this playing out very nicely for sure. Let's see. It's a very decent position. I do like it. We're seeing rejections from the top side, from the previous monthly 50% area. And we have not retested the daily 50% area either. It's starting to give us some sort of a pullback now. So either next candle opens and dumps, we've got plenty of room. I like this position. I really do like this position, because even if you look at this from the 4H perspective now, us seeing a wick fill to the downside, the chances of that happening has gone up, because it's rejecting heavily from the top side, right? So again, when you look at it to the left, right, where is the wick fill area? The wick fill area is all the way down there, going based on the previous sort of 4H candle, right? If you want to be super safe, then you can always sort of stay out of the markets until you actually see a closure below this support area. Looking at your daily as well, major imbalance to the downside on the daily at the moment. The scenario that you're trading now could be your basically daily 50% retest. Let me see. Let's give this a go. SLs go above the highs, 5 pips above the previous 30-minute highs, 5 pip breakout on this, okay? Because 5 pip breakout will start to give us a break below the daily 50% area as well. And we can start aiming for that wick fill level, using the volatility to our advantage, giving it plenty of room to breathe as well. Let me see, targeting the 40% area, that would take us up to 36.93, and there we go. And you want to start, you know, the thing is the volatility needs to be on your side, right? So let's see, you would technically want to start making it risk free as soon as look to the left, look to the left, look to the left. If you start to see a nice spike down now, I think the entries are becoming super valid here, and you want to start making it risk free as soon as it spikes down a little bit more, because I think the chances of us coming back up are sort of high. But if they do start to give you a break past this area, then gold can start spiking down very nicely, because again, look at the area that you are rejecting from, right? You do not have any sort of imbalance to the top side. If the momentum's on your side, you will see a very nice drop. If the momentum's not on your side, you trust your analysis and you just like give you a pullback. But this is a valid position now. Everything's there for this to start selling off. But again, as I said, if the momentum's on your side, you should see a very clean drop now on gold. If the momentum's not on your side, then you will most likely see a pullback, and then you will see gold selling off. So we need to see if the momentum's on our side. Otherwise, you can anticipate a correction up to 34.20. There we go. 34.20 will be the max pullback level on this 30-minute candle. Okay, now pay attention to this, right? We've got a very nice sell signal here, and we've got a very nice range to the downside the minute we start to clear past this level here, right? Which again being the daily 50% level, part of our playbook. So now what are we anticipating? The scenario that we are anticipating, if I show you guys quickly, bro, let me know if it starts dropping, okay? I'm gonna quickly show them the scenario. Oh, need to drag this down, so you know.
Oh, okay.
Should I just drag it?
I do that, bro.
Thank you. Okay. Yeah, because if the volatility factor is there, it's gonna start dumping so nicely, man.
Yeah, we can go.
Thank you. Okay, so guys, the scenario which I'm looking to trade here is the daily 50% breakout scenario. But again, another thing that can play out is daily 50% retest is done now, right? So they can give you a daily 50% rejection, not rejection, pullback. We have pullback here. We'll just say fake out, right? We'll just say fake out. Fake out means that it gives you a retest of the daily 50%. Seems like it's going to give you a breakout, and then from here it starts to pump back up. Again, in terms of our confirmations at the moment, gold's quite bearish, right? And you have the breakout here, so. And what you are anticipating is you're anticipating gold to give you a correction and then start dropping. But this is the position that I'm interested in at the moment, as long as this area here is being respected. Again, 5 pip breakout here makes it a valid position. Pullback levels should be marked out on your charts, being 1934.20. So this is the entry area. Again, use your own broker prices. The pullback area is up there. The safest stop loss will be all the way up here. So let's see what happens now. All the confirmations which we need are there. You're rejecting the top side level here, and now we need a wick fill to the downside. So the scenario I'm looking for needs to start forming in the next 15 minutes or so, because again, I want to see the volatility kicking in, and you know, gold is starting to drop downtown because they have no business driving the price above this area here, right? And your SOs will go 5 pips above this at least. Let's see. Yeah, up here. What's the 5 pip above area? Would it be 36.94, right? Or 95? I think 9596, right? On the broker. And so you're anticipating the momentum to give you a clean drop now. And if we can get this position here with the 4H, you will get some more opportunity kicking in. But this is the exact setup I'm interested in now. I really do like it. All the confirmations are there. This candle has also given you a breakout, and now you put your trust in this candle that this is just a pullback. And once the pullback is done, guess what? This candle also needs to start rejecting, right? So the minute this candle starts to reject, and it has given you an upper wick, it has no business coming back up. So now we just sort of let the probabilities play out, and this sell setup is something I'm interested in. If you guys do give this a go, make sure you make a risk-free down here. This is the risk-free area where you want to make a risk-free. It could be a very, very nice drop now. Make it risk-free. TP1. Again, use your own broker prices to enter. And this is your risk-free area if you do want to give this a go. This is around, okay, it will be about 17 pips or so. Let's see, guys, how this plays out now. Everything is there in the equation for this to play out. I don't see why this would not play out. This is where you just sort of need to put your trust there and let this thing play out. They've given you every single thing. All the confirmations are there. You just need the momentum to be on your side now, basically, and give you a nice clean drop. If the momentum's not there, then most likely you will see a pullback and you will see a retest of the 34 area. But again, what we understand is that this candle here has also given us a range. So if it starts to now reject, and it starts to, as long as it's trading below this area here, being the 32 area, your candle is rejecting and will most likely give you a drop. So at the moment, your current candle is quite bearish. As long as it stays bearish, it trades below the 32 level, it will most likely give you a wick fill and break. But if it starts to trade above this, then most likely you will get a correction first and then you will see a dump. So let's see what happens now. If you do take it, if you do enter here, then make sure you guys do make a risk-free as soon as it starts to spike down to this area here. Understand, use your own broker and apply the 5 pip breakout rule. Should be a very decent position here. And again, the volatility should be on our side, so we're expecting a super volatile play. The minute it starts to give you that volatile play, oh, there it is, there it is, there it is. Again, as I said, stop making a risk-free as soon as it taps this area here. Let me add an alert, which is the TP1 area. There we go. They are starting to take the price down now. As soon as it hits that TP1 area, make sure you guys do make it risk free. It's starting to come down. It's starting to come down. There it is. There it is. It's running 8 pips in profits now, just a little bit more, and this should be about 15-16 pips. We just needed to start going past this daily 50% area. The minute it goes past this daily 50% area, it will start sinking. It will start sinking. There it is. There it is. There it is. A little bit more gold. There it is. Very nice. It's starting to drop. At this point, guys, start making it risk free, because it doesn't make sense for you to let this go against you. It does not make sense to let this go against you. Make it, ooh, look at this drop. Make it risk free. Ooh, that's the TP1 area approaching. There it is, guys. TP1 area hit. Secure some profits here. Let the rest run. Ooh, let's go. Let's go. Look at this drop on gold. What did I tell you guys? What did I tell you guys? The volatility will give you a nice clean drop. Wow, look at this drop on gold. So nice. Oof, look at this. Look at this drop. Ooh, look at this drop. Are you guys seeing this? Look at this drop. Wow, 20 pips, no drawdown whatsoever. Can you guys see this? Wow, look at this drop, guys. 20 pips plus, no drawdown whatsoever. Drop some W's in the chat, guys. Drop some W's in the chat. Amazing stuff. Amazing stuff. Wow. Crazy play. So nice. So nice. I told you guys the volatility will be on our side. We had all the confirmations, and this was literally in our playbook, and we just took it. The minute I saw the opportunity, bingo, execute without hesitation. Drop a like on the stream, guys. Drop some W's in the chat. Look at this. Oh, wow. Crazy, man. Crazy, 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 crazy drop. Crazy drop. Wow. Crazy drop. Wow. Just amazing. Amazing, man. Crazy. Let's go, gold. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Let's see if we get like a crazy run now. And this is just the first trade, guys. We've got NYSE coming up. We've got the new 4H coming up. But look at this drop on gold. Crazy, crazy, crazy. How many pips did we just catch on this? Around 20-25 pips, right? Let's say 20 pips. DA in the house. Yes, sir. Let's go. Told you guys it was going to drop, man. Told you guys. Yes, sir. It was going to drop. Very, very nice. Very, very nice. Amazing, amazing, amazing stuff. Straight to the TP. Clean breakout. Amazing, man. Amazing. That's what we got. It was minimum drawdown on this. Minimum drawdown, and it straight away just dropped. I told you guys, you can also start to look at the range on this candle here. Since it was sort of giving you a breakout past that daily 50% area, we saw the nicest confirmations below all of our key levels. From there, it was just gonna start sinking anyway, right? It was gonna start sinking. What a nice trade here, and this is just the first trade. I'm pretty sure we can take another trade here as soon as it sets up. But wow, that's one way to start the day, though. Amazing little buffer we've built here. Amazing little buffer. Amazing stuff, guys. Nice, nicely done. Very nicely done. Very, very nicely done, that first trade. Okay, so we've got the new 4H coming up. Let's see if they can start giving us a crazy run now. Everything, all the positions should be sort of protected by now anyway, right? Everyone should have secured the money on this. It was a very clean drop. Very nice clean drop. Very, very nice drop. And then potentially should have more opportunities coming up later with the new 4H as well as the NYSE. So yeah, this has the potential of dropping a lot, guys, because look at the Wickfield area. Just the Wickfield area is all the way down here, right? So what are the probabilities that this kind of here will give us a Wickfield and break? The probabilities are super high, right? So man, you can still start dumping, because you got to understand the 4H is rejecting, is forming a double top up here, right? The chances of this dropping, they're super, super high, especially with the new 4H coming up now. Man, the chances are super, super high, honestly. So if you guys have a runner, leave just a partial position running for sure. But everyone should have secured money on this. Very nice drop, guys. Very, very nice drop. Clean drop, man. Very clean drop. Let's go. Yes, sir. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Decent drop. Decent drop. Decent drop. And look at this 5 minute now. It can do two things. It can also cause a fake out from here and start pumping. Or what it can do is it can technically give you just a pullback and start breaking the lows again. So what we can start doing now again is we can start looking at the 4H range, right? At this point, look, we have a very decent range on the 4H. It's still a very nice clean sell position. You've got to understand this 30-minute here now also has a range. And so as long as this candle here is closing below the 50% area and the next one gives you a wick fill and break, that's where you have to start looking at the range on the HTF candle, being the 4H candle. Our 4H range is all the way down here, right? So this is the target on the 4H, the wick fill target. That's our target, right, on the 4H. So that's our target number one on the 4H candle, right? So when we understand what the target is on the 4H, look at your 1H. 1H is quite bearish. Look at your 30-minute now. Essentially what you need is, you need this candle here to just start giving you sold from 36. Very nice, bro. Very, very nice. 36 all the way up there. Very nice. Very, very nice. Very nice, guys. But again, understand one thing, right? We have a target on the 4H. The 4H target is all the way down there. So essentially now what we are looking for is we're looking to see if price wants to go down to the target. If price wants to go down to the target, then we need this range here to be respected, which is again the 31 area. If we can see the 31 area being respected, that's where we need this 15-minute to now give you that wick fill break, and then we should see the 4H target getting hit. And so if the 4H target is to get hit, then it has no business now even breaking above its own highs. The only thing it should do is break the lows and hit the 4H target. So yeah, this position here can run very nicely. These positions are still valid, the entries are still valid, okay? Everything is still valid. Very nice position here. All the confirmations are there. Oof. Can you guys see this, right? Wow, look at this drop, guys. No way. Look at this drop. Look at this drop. Look at this drop. Crazy. And at the moment, we've got the new 4H coming up as well. So hopefully with the new 4H, we can look for something else as well. Okay, let's see. Look at that, even in the 5-minute, they're causing the nicest fake out. Very decent position here. And I think, again, look at the target on your 4H now. Usually the 4H gives you that one-sided move, doesn't it? So think about it now. When the new 4H opens, this could be such a nice drop. And your positions are still protected at the moment since it didn't take you out. And you've got another opportunity potentially setting up now below this, right? You could trust this as a stop loss. You could trust this as the target potentially, right? But I think the trades will now show up with the new 4H. This was a very decent trade here. Very, very nice. And now hopefully with the new 4H, we should be able to get some more opportunities here in the markets. Very nice. But yeah, guys, let's drop a like here on the stream. Let's drop a like just to start off the session. Let's see what we can do. Very nice trade here. given to everyone, minimum drawdown, literally no drawdown whatsoever. I told you guys, if it starts to reject, look, every candle has a range, right? You need to understand every candle has a range. 93. Okay, and you've got the, at this point the range to the top side is too big. Okay, one thing which I really will be interested in now is if they can give us some sort of a retest up here, and then from there if they can start taking the price downtown again, because at the moment this candle here is still an open candle, right? So it'll be a little bit too much. 39. Yeah. Okay. Two things which can set up now. Look, they've given you the retest around your daily 50% area. If the daily 50% area is a fake out, then they will start breaking above the highs up here, and that's where you can see your buy positions setting up, since your 4H is failing to give you a wick fill here. So now again, if you sort of remeasure the ranges on the 4H, right? Let's just take everything off first. Let's take this off. Let's take everything off. The runners have been taken out at this point now. Very nice position, right? Your runners got taken out at this point. Very nice TP hit. You've got the next 10 minutes, you've got the new 4H opening, right? Let's understand something. We are still trading the 4H range. So let's remeasure the 4H range. Let's remeasure everything, because again, if we start rejecting the daily 50% area, then most likely we are coming back up for the daily highs. So we need the 4H now to be on our side, right? Very simple. If this 4H candle starts to reject, then most likely it will give you a top side target. But as long as the 4H is bearish, we have no business buying this, right? I'm only interested in a sell position as long as this candle here is bearish. But again, one thing which I understand is that this candle here is still open, so it can reject. It can most definitely reject to the top side, right? The point being that if this candle here does start to reject from the lows now, you are rejecting the daily 50% area, and you can most likely come back up for the daily highs, most likely. So you've got the max pullback level here on the 30 minutes, as well as you've got the 4H 50% area, which is your 33.87. So if we see some sort of a closure above this on this 30 minutes, and the next one starts to break above, yeah, I'm very interested in this buy position on the next candle now. Yeah, look at this, right? They're starting to give you a pullback now, but that's all we should see. We should only see a pullback on this candle, and essentially the next candle should start to either give us a sell-off again, where we can execute the second sell position, or we should start to again see a clean pump, since you're starting to make the 4H levels invalid. We need the 4H levels to be respected. If we start making the 4H levels invalid, any breakouts above this, I'm interested in those buy positions, right? Again, I think some sort of a closure is required, because a lot of the times you don't want to go based off the wicks. So we do need some sort of a closure. Look to the left. Yes, we do have a resistance here on the 15 minutes. So if we can get some sort of a closure above this resistance area here, which we have on the 15 minutes, we can start looking for a pump. Until then, this is the area of reversal, right? Actually, let's look to the left. I know we have some more resistance levels here, which is your 33.87 level, right? Let's look at some sort of resistance on the 30 minute instead. You've got the 33.87 level. 33.87, 33.87. Okay, 87 being up there. Seems like you've got some resistance areas here that you sort of want to deal with. 87, 33.87, 87, 86. Yeah, you've got this resistance here. that you sort of want to deal with, and if you can see some sort of a closure above this resistance area, then yeah, fair enough. As long as we got price sort of like trading below this area, I'm super bearish on the 4H, right? And the 4H target to the downside will be the wick fill area, and the wick fill area is all the way down here, right? So this is your 4H target to the downside. And your 4H target to the top side will be obviously the daily highs. So let's see what happens. Either you get the second position in, and again, let's measure the range on this candle here now. If it starts to again reject and it starts to actually give you a closure below this, then most likely it's because you are now once again respecting the upper levels that you want to see gold respecting if you want to see a selling off, right? So if you actually do start to respect this level here now, I'm looking for another aggressive play to the downside, but it has to be with the new 4H momentum, right? So if we can get a breather candle here, it should be a very nice play, very nice play, right? It has to give us something below this, some sort of a rejection from up here. That's decent confirmation. Now we just need something below this. So any sort of a violation below this area here will give us a very nice drop. So if we just look at the wicks now, the only wick we can use below this area is this wick here, which again being the same 15-minute wick, or even if the next 5 minutes starts to break below, your entry does become valid, right? And you can start using the 30-minute area as a stop loss. Essentially, you could, this will be around, how many pips though? It will be about 35 pips or so. And do you have the room to the downside? Yes, you do. We don't have any fundamentals today, do we? It's a clean price action, isn't it? Tomorrow we've got CPI, but today I don't think we have anything. Yeah, very clean price action as well. Let's see what they do. Let's just let it form a little bit. But again, going based off the playbook, right? What they're doing now is they're giving you a very nice retest, and your 30-minute is still valid, right? Again, what is the range on this candle here? The range to the downside on the 4H is this area here, which is the wick fill area, right? Which again being the next support area. In the next 5 minutes, we got the new 4H approaching. So we need to also understand the range on this 30-minute candle. If this 30-minute candle now gives you a break below the lows over here, then most likely you will see a wick fill down to your 30 level, right? And so if the last 5 minutes starts to give you a break and a wick fill, most likely the next 30-minute will open and also start dumping, right? So we need a decent stop loss, which should be above this 50% area, above 32. So this I think can become our decent stop loss now, since this is the pullback level, which the next candle should not exceed. So let's say if this is our stop loss of 15 pips, we give another 5 pips or 10 pips above. This will be a very decent stop loss. I think it might also be, yeah, there you go. And then next candle essentially has to be the candle that opens and breaks below the breather candle, and then it has no business breaking back above the highs of this candle. Yeah, this is perfect. It's looking like a breather candle. It's rejecting all of our key levels. It's still rejecting the 4H 50% level. It's still rejecting every single thing. And the minute we see a break below the daily 50% area, so again we need something below daily 50%, there it is. So the minute it starts to break below this, it's a valid position in my opinion. It's a very nice position, honestly, since you will also have the 4H momentum on your side. So I can really see this playing out. But the only way I will be interested in this, if they can give us some sort of a rejection on this candle, right? Either a breather close. Again, look, it's respecting every single thing for us, right? It's closing below all of our 4H levels, but at the same time, it's closing above the daily level. So the buy positions are actually not valid unless we see the next 30-minute breaking above the highs. Then your buy position becomes valid, since then you're actually making your 4H levels invalid and you're rejecting from the daily 50% level. And most likely the scenario which you will see setting up is the daily highs retest, right? It's very simple. Until then, price is still trading below all of the key levels, and the minute you see some sort of a breakout below the daily 50%, then you've got the 4H target. Again, remember, you're trading the 4H candle. So what's the target on the 4H? The target is the wick fill area. Is this 4H candle closing like a rejection? Not really. If it closes as a rejection, then you are looking for more confirmations when the next 4H approaches, right? Until then, it's a very decent trade to the downside. Gold is super bearish as long as we respect the highs up here and we can see some sort of breakout below the daily 50% area. Then we have the wick fill area all the way down to 1928 and most likely down to 1925. It depends on the volatility, right? But yeah, at the moment I'm still looking for a downside play in the markets. No pumps, just a nice clean break below this, the trade becomes valid. There it is. And if we were to take this trade, you will need to use a smaller stop loss. At the moment, this will be a very decent stop loss above the highs up here around, wait, let me see, how big is the stop loss? Let's say if you take it 5 pips below here, your SL will be about 22 pips. Yeah, you want to give it at least 5 pips, more than 5 pips above the highs, since it should not trade back above the fake out area, right? This is your pullback area. The next candle has no business coming all the way back up to your 4H 50% area again. Since this candle has done the retesting now, we just need the next candle to open and break the lows. And we need this candle here to give us a bearish close, because again, understand we also have a range on this 30-minute candle. So if this 30-minute candle gives us a decent close, has it given us a decent close? Not bad at all, not bad at all. Now we need our upper wick. Once the upper wick is done, we need a decent breakout to the downside. But again, the breakout has to be below the daily 50% area, right? So if you go and look at the daily 50% area, which is your 1931 level, the only wicks that you have are at 1930. So any positions below this are valid, but until then it's still trading above your daily 50% area. And that's where you're sort of using the momentum of the 4H candle, right, to look for some positions. And the stop losses can go above the highs of the current 15-minute. Just a little bit above, since it has no business breaking its own highs once it starts to drop. So it could be about 30 pips essentially. 5 pips below will be a nice breakout. Let's say 29.69, let's say 29.69, as long as your highs are being respected. 29.69. Yeah, you've got decent trade setting up below this now, below the lows of the breather candle, as long as they are respecting the highs. If they start breaking above the highs, then your buy positions are becoming valid, since they are giving you a decent 5 pip breakout above the 4H levels, right? But again, if you do want to be safe, you would like to see some sort of a closure at least above these 4H levels, right? But again, if the momentum's on your side and they start to give you a break above this, then your daily highs becomes the wick fill area, right? So again, using the highs of this 15-minute candle, it doesn't have to be 5 pips above, just the highs of the 15-minute candles, the current 15-minute candles as a stop loss. And the break below this gives you another valid trade to the downside. Your 40% target can very easily be achieved, in my opinion. And again, you sort of are looking at the wick fill area just to apply risk management, right? Doesn't mean that this is the target. That's just where you're applying the risk management, and then you're letting the rest run down to at least the daily lows. You're leaving those partials. Again, another very decent position setting up, in my opinion. Since you're rejecting from all the 4H levels, you also have a range on the 30 minutes. If it starts to reject, it gives you a break below. It becomes a very decent trade, in my opinion, right? This candle here closed as a indecisive candle as well. It didn't close as a rejection candle. It's a very indecisive candle. So either this candle gives you a break above, and then guess what, gives us some sort of wick fill to the top side, or it gives us a nice decent upper wick and it starts to break below, giving us a nice clean drop. And again, look at the monthly perspective. You're rejecting from a major key level, right? You had your first position, you were in and out, you built a little buffer, and now you can risk the buffer to make some more profits with this position here. It makes plenty of sense. A break below this, and then you see a nice clean drop. And usually with the 4H, you see such clean momentum kicking into the markets, right? And again, we're only looking for positions below the daily 50% area, right? So as long as price is above this daily 50% area, you have no business looking for a sell position, right? No business whatsoever. But the minute you start to see a break of structure below the daily 50% area, then your whole intraday is becoming super bearish, right? But let's say if you start to form some sort of support at the daily 50% area, which again we can see, and the next candle gives you a break of the support candle and actually ends up closing as a confirmation candle being an engulfing bullish candle, then the candle after will give you a very decent position to the top side as well. So again, positions to the top side is also setting up, as well as the position to the downside. It's just a waiting game at this point now. My bro DA doing what he does best. DA for the Prime Minister. Thank you. Yeah, today guys, I'm super focused here. Won't be as entertaining on the YouTube live stream, but yeah, super focused here, you know, because I see the potential in the markets and really want to stay focused here, because again, our main objective is the trading. The entertainment side is not our objective here, it's the trading. But how many likes do we have on the stream? I think we can do 50 likes today for sure.
You have 20
likes, that's it.
19 now.
So we've got two positions setting up very nicely now. Very nicely at this point. If we break past the wick fill area, which is the 4H area, right? Your positions are becoming super decent. As soon as you get the, you know what you can do is actually, you can essentially just let this candle here now give you a breakout below the 4H lows. And from there you can let it also give you a closure, and then the candle after could give you a drop, right? I think that would be the smarter thing to do. Yeah, we can let this candle here now give us some sort of a closure below, maybe even a breakout below the 4H lows, and then the candle after can start to give us some sort of a clean dump. Then you're getting the most decent confirmation now, since you've got a support area here at this daily 50% level, right? So if we can get a decent closure below this, the job of the next candle is to give you a wick fill, right? We essentially need a wick fill and break past the wick fill area for us to start dropping down to the daily lows. And that's what I'm interested in. I'm interested in the daily lows, which is about 50 pips away from this area here, right? The first position was very decent. And now for the second position to set up, you need to look for more confirmations. But again, another thing I do want to show you guys is that we've got this candle here rejecting, grabbing liquidity, cheapest price possible for gold to pump up. You've got support being established above the daily 50% area, and then we have also retested the 4H levels. So if this candle here actually starts to break past the highs of the previous 15-minute, I'm also very much interested in a sell position. And usually 4H is a one-sided play. It has no business breaking the lows of the previous of the current 15-minute candle, right? So your SOs could go, it has retested the 50% of the previous candle, hasn't it? So it has a sustainable bond wick, doesn't it? So if the momentum is on our side, then this candle has no business rejecting and breaking its own lows. So even a buy position, it's a very decent position in my opinion, since you will be breaking above the 30-minute highs, right? So five pips above this, I'm also very much interested in a breakout to the top side, right? The SOs, they have to be quite decent, so you can give it a little bit more room to breathe. You can maybe have a 35 pip SO, since you do have plenty of room to the top side, so it's not a big deal at all. Yeah, Let's also give it a go to the top side if it starts to break 5 pips above the highs of the previous 30-minute candle. It has no business breaking its own lows, so you can give it just a little bit more room to breathe. You can place the SL about 5 pips below the lows. Since it has a sustainable low, it will not break past its own lows. Your SL could go just a little bit below this rejection area here, and 5 pips above this you can start looking for a pump, and you want to start making it risk-free. Again, look to the left, risk-free areas, right? Risk-free areas. Okay, 5 pips above this, you're looking for a clean pump on gold now. 5 pips above this area, 34.46, 34.46. And you've got clean range to the top side, very clean range, 40% target on this, makes sense. 5 pips above this, you're using the 4H momentum to your advantage. You're making it risk free. If you do take this, as soon as it taps this rejection area here to the left on the breakout, that would be about 15 pips or so. You want to make it risk free near this area. Use your own broker prices to enter if you do. Free TP1. This could be a second trade setting up, very nice trade. You're literally just trading the intraday, right? You're playing the game of probabilities. So if they do start to break past this area, you've got very decent opportunity to the top side setting up now. Very decent opportunity in my opinion. Let's see what happens here. As long as it's trading below the 4H levels, we're still quite bearish, right? So no sell opportunities. I would not be interested in any sell opportunities or any buy opportunities within this range here, right? This range here will be sort of no trade range for me at the moment. If I can mark this out again. This is like a no trade range for me, but the minute we start breaking above this range here, then I'm anticipating a buy position, right? The minute we start breaking below this range, I'm anticipating a sell position, because this is a no trade range for me. Because again, these are the key levels for us on the intraday. We've got the 4H levels here, and we've also got the intraday level here, right? So either from here it spikes up to the 4H levels and it starts to give you a breakout past the 4H levels up to your intraday highs, giving you a very clean buy position to the top side, even maybe past it, right? Because it hasn't even moved 200 pips. Until then, if it gives me a confirmation below this area here now, then I'm trusting my playbook and I'm looking for a wick fill to the downside, and I'm interested in a sell position. So let's see, either a buy position above this or a sell position below this. Until then, this is my no trade range. Within this range, I'm not interested in anything. Either I'm interested in a breakout to the top side or a breakout to the downside. Again, for me to look for these breakouts, right, I need some sort of a confirmation. So since I can't use a 30-minute breakout confirmation here, since the wick is all the way down there, I will look for a 15-minute closure below this. On to the top side now, I can use a 30-minute breakout confirmation. So on the break of this, I will be very interested in a clean breakout to the top side, right? Since I can use the breakout confirmation here. Whereas to the downside, I need a closure, right? So for me to look for a sell position, I need a closure below this area here. So a closure below this will give me a clean sell position, right? So there you go. You've got both confirmations here now. This is again our no trade range, right? But below this, you've got decent sell position setting up. You're making it risk free as soon as this area here gets tapped, because you will get a wick fill, right? And you're letting the rest run down to the daily lows. Major possibility. To the top side now, you've got a clean breakout coming up, right? On the breakout here, it gives you a very valid confirmation to start looking for buy positions, since it's a 30-minute breakout. It's not a LTF breakout, right? And usually with the 4H, we know a lot of momentum kicks in, right? So if we get a breakout, we're using the momentum to our advantage, right? We're using the momentum to our advantage, and we're anticipating the breakout to be very aggressive. Or again, if they give you a decent closure and then again they give you a breakout below this, then again we're anticipating the breakout to be very aggressive. Either a sell position below this, or again a buy position up here. It's just a waiting game now, in my opinion. Have you entered? No, my brother, we don't have any positions yet. How can we enter? There's nothing here to enter at the moment. We entered earlier the sell positions, but until then we haven't really taken anything. These are just different scenarios that we are plotting. That's it, nothing more. Because you need these confirmations for you to enter the markets, right? That was before. Have you entered? Oh, okay, my bad. Apologies, I just saw the chat now. Yeah, guys, today will be just a little chill day because I want to really focus on the trading side of it today here. And for me to do the trading side and also the live streaming side is very difficult. So, you know, I'll try and merge as much as I can, but we're going to mainly be just here for the trading purposes, right? So again, look at this candle here now. It's starting to reject your 4H levels again. Remember, you have key levels here, right? You've got these key levels here. So if you see price rejecting these key levels and actually giving you some sort of a confirmation below the daily 50% area, the chances of us coming down are super high, aren't they? It's a game of probabilities, right? It's a game of probabilities. So again, look at this candle here now. If it actually gives us a decent closure below this area here, then guess what? The next candle needs to give us a breakout, and then this candle here gives us a decent SL as well, the current 15-minute candle, right? So SLs can go above the highs of the current 15-minute candle, and you've got another minute left, and let's see what we can do in the next minute, right? This is the open, this is the open. Again, your daily 50% area is about to get retested. We haven't seen a closure below the daily 50% area. So at the moment, I'm not interested in anything, right? I need to see either a breakout below the daily 50% area or a closure. So we have these wicks here, which we can anticipate gold to break. But again, I need a safe play here. So a closure below this is needed. At least a decent closure below this for me to anticipate a downside play in the markets. Because again, the scenario which we are trading is the daily 50% breakout, right? And if we are trading the daily 50% breakout, then daily lows will get retested most likely, right? So the daily lows are pretty far away, so we don't have any sort of FOMO here. No need to FOMO here, right? Look at that, 70 plus pips away. Very decent position setting up to the downside. As long as we have a closure below this, the NYSE can give us a clean drop, which is perfect. And we can use the lows of this candle here now as a breakout scenario. Again, either you have a breakout scenario where you see a key level, like for us now, the 4H levels up here are key levels, right? So you can see we have a wick up here. So if we see our breakout past this wick, then we know we are clearing these key levels, right? And we can expect the scenario to the top side to start playing out, which will be the wick fill scenario on the daily, right? And it's not too far away at all. It's a super volatile play. It's only about 40 plus pips away. And same thing applies now. We have retested the daily 50% area here, right? So if the next 30-minute candle breaks 5 pips below this, it's a very decent sell position as well. So either way, you guys can see this now, right? Either we get a buy position on the breakout up here, or we get a sell position on the breakout here. And it's expected to be high momentum. What happened to the giveaway? Yeah, we're announcing it today, guys. We are announcing it today. We forgot about it yesterday. I'll be completely honest with you. We are announcing it today. We have a winner as well on the giveaway. But make sure you guys are in Discord. It will be announced in Discord, the giveaway. So let's see what we can do with the giveaway as well. We've got the winner, we've got everything. But yeah, at this point everything is set here now. We sort of just need to let it play out. This is the business we're in, guys. This is the business we're in. You gotta just wait. 90% of the times you just gotta wait, honestly. So at the moment we don't really have anything there in the markets. Either we see a breakout above here, then we see a clean buy position setting up, or we see a clean sell position below the lows over here. About to scalp real quick. Yeah, we you about to scalp, bro? No, we're staying off the markets at the moment, man. There's nothing here to take, either a buy or a sell. The thing is with trading, right? You have to be so picky with what you take. If you just take something that's not part of your trading plan, then you start to get into trouble, right? And if you stick with your trading plan, you will have confidence all the time, right? You will have confidence. That's the best thing about it. So all the trades that we take are personally basically fitted in our trading plan, right? And we have a playbook here. You know, we just select the scenarios here, and then from there we just wait for the scenarios to set up and we take the scenarios. Like again today, look at your 4H ranges, right? You need to understand, as long as price is trading below the 4H 50% areas, it means that the 4H candle, the previous 4H candle, the candle before the previous 4H candle, they both are rejecting, right? So if the candles are rejecting, then most likely they will give you a wick fill to the downside. But the minute you see this here now breaking past or even giving you a closure above the 50% levels, then most likely they will give you a wick fill to the top side, right? You guys see that? So you're just trading these 4H ranges, right? We don't care about anything else. The only thing we care about is the current 4H range and the current daily range. Again, look at the daily range as well. You've got plenty and plenty of room to the downside if the sell position starts to set up. So now again, we understand our 4H range, we understand the daily range, and we are just looking for a drop below this. So again, look at this, right? 5 pips below this. Let's give this a go. Wait, do we have the 15-minute closure yet? Yeah, look, the 15 minutes giving you an upper wick now, a very decent upper wick. It's formed a low as well at this point, right? So if it starts to break 5 pips below, then it's giving you a very decent position, isn't it? And let me see where the SLs would go though. Yes, your SLs, because now at this point, look, again, understand the range on the previous 30-minute candle. As long as you are trading below this level here, yeah, there you go. It's starting to play out very nicely now, isn't it? Okay, your previous 30-minute 50% area is here. So impulsive entries, they only make sense if we can start clearing past this rejection area here, to be fair. But again, yeah, no closures are here yet, so we will stick to our plan. Because the thing is, if there was a 15-minute wick here, then fair enough. I think below this, does it go past the 5 pip mark, or does it not? It actually does. You see it, right? It's a valid position because it does go past the 5 pip mark if you actually look at it. How about on the broken, you know, if you actually measured the 5 pip range, does it go past the 5 pip mark?
On the previous, yes. On the current, no.
On the previous it does, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
But on the current, no.
And your SO will be about 25 pips, 5 pips above the highs of the previous candle. Yeah, I like this position, to be fair. It makes plenty of sense because you're breaking past the daily 50% area now. Everything's there because it's giving you a clean. Yeah, let's 5 pips break below this. I like this position, to be fair. Yeah, let's you know what, either we take it here or we wait for a closure below this. What happens with the closure is that you're not really going to be able to take the opportunity in the first 5 minutes because of the spikiness, right? I think it's a decent position. All the confirmations are there. Let's give this a go. Actually aim for the 40%, 50% target. Your SOs will need to be above the highs though, not the current highs, the previous highs, since you do not want to trust the highs of this candle at the moment, and you're anticipating a wick fill to the downside. It's a very decent position since you need to start seeing a breakout below this now, and you need a nice clean dump to the downside. Very decent position here. And again, everything is there, all the confirmations are there, support, resistance is here, you're seeing a breakout. Again, price is trading below the daily 50% level at this point as well, so the breakout scenario becomes quite valid now, right? Because all of your confirmations are there, but as I said, you will not be able to use the highs of this candle here as a SL at the moment. If you were to give something like this a go, you will need to use the highs all the way up there as a SL. If you think that SL is too big, stay out of it, which again, you can stay out of it and you can always take it on the next 30 minutes, right? Which could be in the next 7 minutes. But just remember, for the first 5 minutes of the NYSE, you will not be able to take any positions. Take any trades today? I mean, before now? Yeah, we took a sell position earlier and we're looking for more sell positions here now. And this position here is making a lot of sense now. Because look, again, remember the key level which we have is the daily 50% area, right? We're expecting a breakout below the daily 50% area. So if you measure out the 5 pip mark based off the previous 15 minute, it's a valid breakout here, and it's a breakout below the 50% area. If you take it here now on the 5 pip breakout on the previous 15-minute candle, this is a valid breakout, right? It's breaking past the daily 50% area, it's rejecting off of all of the 4H levels, and your stop loss goes above the 4H levels anyway. Guys, mics please, mics. Quiz, please keep the mic muted, thank you. Yeah, again, as I was mentioning earlier, understand one thing, right? You're looking for a breakout past the daily 50% area. When you measure the range here, right, this is your 5-6 pip range here. So the minute you start to see this candle actually breaking past this area, it's giving you a valid breakout of the daily 50% area, and it's rejecting from your 4H levels. And usually 4H is a one-sided play. It doesn't give you an upper wick, bottom wick, upper wick, bottom wick. It just goes one way, right? So I think this is a very valid position. It should be a very decent drop. And you want to make it risk-free as soon as it gives you this wick fill here, because the wick fill here should be such a realistic target, right? So from here down to the wick fill, it's about 10 pips. This is where you make it risk-free and you let the rest just run. Because what business does it have now starting to reject again, right? It's giving you a breakout. It needs to at least give you a wick fill down to this area. And this is where you just make your position, you just make it risk-free as soon as it gives you the wick fill, right? And your positions are protected. And hopefully with the New York Stock Exchange, you should be able to see crazy volatility kicking in to the downside. Oh, there it is. There it is. Make sure you guys do make it risk-free here though. Again, use your own broker prices to enter and exit. Do not use TradingView prices because you will get taken out as soon as you enter, because our entries could be your exits, guys. Think about it. All the confirmations are there. You are seeing a breakout again now. Every single thing is there, right? Every single thing is there for this to now start selling off. The only way this will sort of not work out is if, let's say, they reject the price now and give you a bullish closure. But what business do they have again rejecting the price now? If they've given you a rejection from here, they've given you a pullback, they have to drop the price now, right? Unless there is no momentum in the markets, then fair enough, you can start, you know, seeing some sort of a rejection. But until then, I think it's a very valid position as long as your SLs, again, as I said, are all the way up here, right? Above these wick fill areas. It has to be above all of your 4H 50% marks, right? So your 4H 50% levels being the 33 areas, right? Again, let me show you. Until then, it's a very valid position because the 4H now needs to also give you that wick fill, right? So as long as you are trading below these 4H levels here, this is a very decent position. And as I said, this is sort of like your no trade range, right? So as long as your SOs are all the way up here, you are quite protected. So let's see what happens. Has anyone been triggered?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. SOs are how big?
27.
27. Okay, big SOs, right? Decent. You want to give it a lot of room to breathe. Gold, don't give us any consolidation today. We have a decent buffer. Let's give them more profits today. Man, look at this mess here though. I'll be disappointed if they start consolidating the markets again now. If the second trade goes against you, and if it's a BE day, I think I'll be calling it a session here then. Damn, they really consolidated the markets again today. You see this? Crazy, man. How does it look like on the 1 minute time frame? Oh snap. Crazy price action. Again, everything is still valid. 4H gives you a one-sided play majority of the times. You're still trading below all the 4H levels. You really can't look for any buy positions until you see a breakout above this level here. So everything's quite bearish. 33.90. Unless they start consolidating the markets, that's the only time you will see some sort of a rejection from here. Your current 4H is again consolidating. You need it to stay below 32.09. There you go. And so as long as we're trading below these key levels, this is a very decent drop setting up now. And intraday 50% is essentially somewhere around here as well. Let me just mark that out. These are the key levels we need to pay attention to at the moment. Damn, gold consolidating during the NYS session. What's happening here? Remember yesterday as well, man, near the end started to consolidate. I think price is setting up for something big then, if they're going to start consolidating the NYS sessions. Next minute, you got NYSE coming up. If we see consolidation during NYSE, then it's going to be a little bit of a tricky play, guys. A little bit of a tricky play here. Okay, this is your daily 50% area now. You need New York Stock Exchange to open and dump below this area, your 31.30 level. If they do not start to take the price below this with the NYSE, for the first 5 minutes are very dangerous. Be very careful for the first 5 minutes. You want to give it 5 pips above this. But the first 5 minutes are very, very dangerous now. This is your NYSE momentum. Very dangerous for the first 5 minutes. Stay out of it if you haven't taken anything. From here, it's still a clean sell-off until you see price going past this area here. It's a clean sell-off. Everything's quite bearish. So again, sell positions here are valid. Whatever the highs are will be your SLs. How big is the SL, do you know? 27 pips, you said?
27, yeah.
27. Okay, even a 23, 24 pip SL. Yeah, 27 pip is decent. Okay, this is the position, guys. Very decent position. I like it. But the issue is, if they start breaking past this area, then your buy positions are going to start setting up. And at that point, you need some sort of a closure, at least with the NYSE, because it's going to go against you now. Five pips above, 5 pips above. Don't take anything in the first 5 minutes. Let it do its thing. In the first 5 minutes, don't do anything. As soon as it breaks the lows, 27 pips, 27. Yeah, 27 pips SO is decent. You're correct. There it is. If you guys want the safest SO, up here. But there's no need for it. Keep the SO above the highs up here. 5 pips above these highs is a decent SO. As I told you guys earlier as well, 5 pips above is a decent SO, and as you can see, it's being respected. But if you guys want the safest SO, then it has to be above structure highs, otherwise keep it up here, around 27 pips. New York Stock Exchange, let's go, let's go, let's go. The minute it starts to break past this, oh, it's about to drop now. There it is, there it is. Let's put alert up here. Very nice. Come on, gold, let's go. Break, 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 break. Respecting all of your levels. Your 4H levels are still being respected. Everything is still being respected. It hasn't given you any confirmations for you to look for buys. This is just an upper wick in the first 5 minutes. I told you guys it does that, right? So as long as it does respect these levels and breaks the lows here, this is a valid confirmation here to the downside. And you're aiming for the daily lows, if anything. around 100 pips from up here. So if this position sets up, it's going to be a very decent position with the New York Stock Exchange open. You can also see your buy position setting up here if you guys are interested, but I would personally like to see a closure above here if I was to take a buy position, because these are dangerous areas, right? This can just be a wick. Until you actually see a candle closing above this, it can just be a wick. That's all it can be, just a wick. So for the buy positions, we're not interested. We're interested in this sell position. It's a very decent position. We just need a break below now. It's a very good confirmation trade to the downside. As soon as the upper wick is done, which again could be the first 5 minutes, you need the next 5 minutes to start breaking the lows over here of this candle. Then you know that the first 5 minutes was just the upper wick. And with the NYSE momentum, you want to see it dropping below the lows over here. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go, gold. Come on. Again, guys, as long as your SLs are up here, the SLs should be protected if gold's going to sell off. If they want to take the price up, then of course you will get taken out. But as I said, SLs all the way up here will be protected. In the first 5 minutes, if you haven't taken anything, don't take anything. Next 5 minutes should be able to give you that drop. First 5 minutes usually will grab a lot of liquidity. So all the people are executing buy orders up here, right? Now they will start to go into drawdown. So that's why first 5 minutes, don't ever take anything. It's usually very spiky. So this is where our positions are setting up very nicely now. This is again the no trade range. It's still holding. So again, as I said, as long as we're within this range, you have no positions. No positions are valid. But again, the minute we start to go past this range, this will become your SL, about 29.30 to even give you a little bit more room to breathe. But yeah, 27 pip will be even a decent SL. But if you guys want to give it a little bit more room to breathe, since you have such a nice range, you can give it at least 37 to 35 pips SL, but it's really up to you guys. Even a 27 pip SL is very decent up here. It's really up to you guys. But I think if you want the safest SL, then it has to be 5 pips above the 30-minute highs, right? Because there's a reason we use that 5 pip breakout rule, but that would be a little bit of a bigger SL. So in the next 5 minutes, which being now, we need to see a breakout below this. This candle here needs to start giving us a breakout. This price action is quite garbage. They need to start giving us a breakout now. And the minute they give us a breakout, they have no business breaking above these highs. So this is a decent SL for you guys. Entry here should be a clean drop here on gold. Man, I would be upset if they actually give you a breakout and then they start to consolidate the markets again, because this is a very nice position. They have no business giving you a breakout now and then start consolidating the price again. There it is. That's the breakout, breakout, breakout. Setting up now. Maybe NY will pump it up and then drop it again. They like to play with us. They can pump it up, but then you will need to see something above this. Until then, all the confirmations are to the downside, right? And anything below the daily, oh my bad, anything below the daily lows can also give you another couple pips. Because think about it, right? Look at your daily range. Look how much the daily has moved altogether. It has given you such an impulsive position, right, to the top side. And so they need to take some orders off. So up here, they've generated a lot of liquidity and they probably have a lot of sell orders, right? So the sell orders are going to start getting taken off either at the daily 50% level or the daily lows, right? So the thing is, I get what you are saying. They can most definitely pump the price up from here. I agree with you, but it becomes a bit tricky, right? Because you're going against the 4H confirmations if you start looking for a buy position. So when the markets are consolidating and you're looking for a buy position, you need to see some sort of a closure above this, or at least a nice clean breakout above this range here, right? I would not go for a buy position just because it breaks above the highs of the previous 30-minute candles. It's risky, man. It's risky because you're going to start tapping into these 4H levels. But once you see a nice clean closure above this area here, that's why I have done fresh analysis again for you guys, just to keep it very simple. There's a reason why we're still just looking for a sell position, because guys, everything is super bearish, right? There are no buy confirmations. The only issue is this garbage price action here. There's not much we can do about it. If this gets triggered, it's NYSE, right? I'm willing to give it a go, but to the top side, it's a bit dangerous for me. I'll be so honest with you guys. I would not have confidence in this trade if I was to look for a buy position from up here. Whereas with the sell position, I will have confidence. Again, my reasonings being that I have the 4H confirmations on my side, right? But if I'm going against this 4H candle, then my confidence is not there. And I know if I was to take a buy position here, my confidence will just not be there, and I'm just not going to let it play out. Whereas the sell position, it's beautiful, right? Beautiful sell position. And look at this, they still haven't given you any breakout to the top side. So the minute they start to give you a breakout below the lows here, it's such a nice position, honestly. But if you guys are interested in a top side position, it has to be above this area here, at least above this area. Below this area, it's very dangerous for you to take any buy positions. Sell positions are the ones which will play out below this key level, which is the 1933 level. Again, the markets are quite slow, so nothing's playing out at the moment, but whenever these start to play out, I'm interested in the sell positions at the moment. I don't have a bias, I'm very fluid, but again, as long as we're trading below these key levels, I'm interested in this breakout here to the downside. There it is. There it is. Ooh, boy, NYSE, let's go, let's go, let's go. Man, if this comes back up, I will be so annoyed, because NYSE momentum needs to give us a dump now. Let's go, let's go, let's go NYSE. See, that's why I was not looking for a pump, guys. I was looking for a dump the whole time. It's just that the markets are so garbage right now. Look at the price action. You see this, right? The markets are super garbage. That's the only issue. And now with New York Stock Exchange momentum, if they don't give you a drop, then I don't know when they will give you a drop, right? Risk-free areas are over here. If you are in this, risk-free areas are here, which is around 10 pips. Yeah, around 10 pips. You want to start making it risk-free. There it is. Told you guys. Look, it's very systematic. I don't have any emotions attached to this. I told you guys, I was not interested in buys. If the sells got triggered, the sells got triggered, right? There you go. Make sure you guys are making it risk-free as soon as you can. This is the risk-free area. It's decent if you make it risk-free now. And what you can also do is you can take partials off. You can always take some partials off, make it risk-free, and let the rest run. Again, look at the range, guys. This can drop all the way down to the daily lows. It's a very decent trade. But again, if you can take some partials off, make it risk-free, be my guest, right? Because again, look at this garbage here. If somehow they start to take the price back up again, that's just the consolidation. There's not much we can do about it. So if you can protect your positions, protect them. Because you have all the confirmations now. And if this goes against you, the only reason being that the markets are just consolidating, right? And there's not much we can do about the consolidation. So again, the minute you see a nice clean drop, make it risk-free and apply some risk management. Even now, if you guys want to come out here, you can. It's really up to you guys, right? But I've given you different scenarios. I don't see why this would start to pump back up. You have all the confirmations now. This is a very decent position. It needs to start dropping. The only reason this will pump back up is if the markets are garbage and consolidating. You have the 30-minute confirmation here now. This is a very high confirmation trade. It's giving you a 5-pip breakout below the previous 30-minute lows, right? It has no business whatsoever breaking back above its own highs unless the markets are consolidating, right? So this is a very decent trade. You have the New York Stock Exchange momentum on your side. I would take this any day. Any day I would take this trade. If this was to set up tomorrow, I would take it. That's how much confidence I have in this trade. You are trading below the daily 50% area. So I have a lot of confidence in this trade, right? But again, if the markets are slow, if the markets are garbage, then there's not much we can do about it. But I would take this trade any day of the week. Any day of the week, I would take it. Any week of the month, I would take this trade. That's how good of a trade this is. Because you've got all of the confirmations now. What's it called? You got very decent closures below your 4H levels. You also have a violation below the daily 50% level, right? I don't see why this would not work out unless the markets are garbage. That's how much confidence I have in this trade, right? So when I take a trade, I sort of like to have confidence in my trades, right? I'm like, there's no way this cannot work out unless the markets are garbage, right? I've done everything on my end as a trader. Whereas now, if this was to flip and go bullish, oh boy, I'm calling it a session, because then it's just garbage market conditions, and yeah, seems like it. But anyway, let's see what happens. As long as the SOs are all the way up there, it's a decent position in my opinion. There's no way this should reject and come all the way back up. Your SOs are protected, everything's protected. You just need a decent drop now. You have the New York Stock Exchange momentum on your side as well, so let it play out. Don't be scared. Don't be scared. Let it play out. Don't be scared, guys. Don't be scared. We can. Again, so do you guys see how much confidence I have in this trade? Whereas if I had taken it up there, like the buy position, which I think someone mentioned up here, man, I would have been scared. I would have said, oh, I don't know, guys, if this can play out. Maybe we should come out early. That would have affected me psychologically, right? Whereas this does not affect me psychologically. It's a complete, it's a very decent trade. It's in our trading plan. It's in our playbook. And, you know, I understand when I'm in this trade, the edge is on my side, right? It's a psychological game, guys, so understand that when you do take these positions, just make sure you take a position that you know it's going to work out. You have a lot of confidence in that position. Otherwise, man, your head's going to play tricks with you. And there you go. There you go. Oh, there it is. There it is. There it is. I told you guys, look at that risk-free area getting hit now. Guys, make it risk-free. You are up more than 10 pips. Make it risk-free. What did I tell you guys? It will drop again. I told you guys it will drop. And there you go. Make it risk-free. Secure some profits. Oh, what did I tell you guys? It's going to drop. There it is. There it is. Crazy drop on gold, man. Crazy drop. I told you guys, as long as your SOs are up here, just let your trade play out and just enjoy the profits now. Because this is about to turn into a Titanic, guys. It is about to turn into a Titanic. There it is. Second trade here given out on the YouTube live stream. Crazy play, man. 12 pips up at this point now. This can drop a lot. Honestly, if the momentum is there on your side, apply the risk management now, make it risk-free, and this can drop a lot. I just told you guys that you had to trust the analysis and let it play out. And there you go. There you go. There you go. That's the second trade given hit on the YouTube live stream. Your TP1 has been hit. Make it risk-free. Again, I told you guys, look, all the 4H confirmations out there, and you also have a valid breakout here. What reason does this have not selling off, right? Unless the market conditions are garbage. That's the only reason this would not play out. So you guys can see it for your own eyes now. It's playing out. Very nice position. Make it risk-free at this point and let the rest run, because this has the potential of dropping a lot. It can drop like another 50-60 pips. Again, showed you guys the downside targets, right? Being the daily lows. Where are the daily lows? We're playing within the daily range, right? The intraday range. So the daily lows are all the way down here at this point. And if you actually break it down, look at that, on the 30 minutes now, this is the support area that you can start targeting. So minimum of 50 pips can be seen if this starts to actually behave now. www. Let's drop some likes in the stream, guys. 2 trades given to you here, and both played out very nicely, even though the markets were kind of garbage today, to be fair. But again, both trades played out. I told you guys, that's why I was not interested in a buy position. This is where they took out, again, a lot of orders, a lot of buy orders got executed. I told you guys, don't take any buy positions in the first 5 minutes of NYSE. It will trap you, and see, it done that. And now the sell positions played out so nicely again. That's the name of the game, guys. It's a simple business. We gave you guys a very decent SO, 5 pips above the highs up here, and look at that, nowhere near the SO. It came nowhere near the SO. So nice. So nice. If you have applied risk management now, take some profits. And that's 2 trades given out to you guys at this point. Very nice. 15 pips on this trade. Guys, post your profits in the Discord chat as well. That's 2 trades, 2 for 2 today. Very nice scalps. Are your runners still active, or have the runners been taken out now? Are they still alive, the runners? even though the market was actually quite garbage. I think the runners got taken out now. Yeah, this is where the runners should get taken out. Mine got taken out. Yeah, the markets were super garbage today. So yeah, I think the runners got taken out again. But that's the beauty of scalping. You know, you scalp 20 pips earlier, 15 pips now. That's like, you know, 35 pips altogether. More than enough, right? More than enough. $46 pip range here now. Yeah, super garbage. Yeah, trust me, man. Even the New York Stock Exchange hasn't done anything. But yeah, that's your second trade done as well. Re-enter. No way, man. Bro, we just gave the trade out and the guy said re-enter. Oh, this is too funny, man. Yeah, the markets are quite garbage, to be fair. That's 2 trades given out to you guys, both profitable trades. Why would you see the need to re-enter? How many likes do we have on the stream, guys?
26.
Not even 40 likes, and we gave out 2 trades here.
I think we just need to start giving one trade.
I agree, man. I agree.
We have more likes with one trade.
People don't want to make money, it seems like. Yeah, look at that. Again, causing a fake out. C is just garbage price action at the moment. Damn, look at that rejection. Crazy. I'm done for the day. See you tomorrow, D and Nuno. Take care, brother. Take it. Make sure you guys do tag us on Instas, on Discord. Tag us everywhere, guys. Very garbage price action, but we survived. And we actually took the decent trades. Took some decent trades today, honestly. Very garbage price action today, though, unfortunately. Very garbage price action. The only opportunity was the sell-off, which we took earlier with the half one open, and then another sell-off we just took now. Other than this, there was nothing else there, to be fair. The first initial spike was... It was with this candle here, right? The first initial spike, I remember. And then... Wait, when was the first initial spike on the 15 minutes? It was this candle here, right?
No. The first one.
No, it was before. It was before the end.
Was this?
Yeah, it was below this. Was it this one?
No, was this one?
No. The second initial spike. I'm looking at the spike. When did this spike the price down? The second time. Because I want to see what have they done. So I think I remember with the... This was the candle. I remember on this candle I said, look, if it breaks 5 pips below, it's a decent spike down.
Yeah.
So 31.09 was it? Around 09. And your SOs I said will go all the way above the 5 pip area mark. All the way up there. 27 pips. You said 27 pip SO, right?
Yeah.
And then your 40% area was... Okay, very nice. So your SO was up here, you know?
27, yeah.
Okay.
7.4 pips.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it came close to the SO, right?
Yeah.
And then it hit the 40% area.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, nice. Very nice, bro. Oh, crazy, man. But profits are profits. Damn. But the way we survived that trade, man, my heart was beating. I was like, why is this coming up? What's happening here? Because I think, where was the stop loss exactly, you know? Was it 33.76?
Let me think. Yeah, the stop loss isn't gonna happen because I put it be after. But it was. I remember it was like the entry was 1931.12.
Okay. And the 30% area was here. And then, yeah. Very nice. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful play here. But yeah, it was very, very slow price action today. Very hard. Let's see. Man, today was a bit tricky, honestly. Very tricky day, but we survived. Okay, guys, I think on the YouTube live stream, we're going to call it a session here. NY was wild today, but very decent trades here given out to you guys. Make sure to drop a like on the stream. We'll be back tomorrow. I don't plan on staying here, to be fair with you guys.